What my guy did was the same thing. It was a pace car, and he goes, "Come on, would you go out for a ride?" Nobody else on the track, and I'm like, I don't want to do this, and especially because they're just they love this. As soon as they get locked in, so he takes off, and he only did about, I think it was like 105 or 110, but he goes into that curved corner, and he goes, "Look at this right here," and he just goes like this. He takes his hands off his wheel just like this, so he's going into the turn like this, and it freaked me out. I realized, like, you touch that wheel, anything happens, I'm flipping, I'm rolling, it's Is
he gonna pick up? Pick up. Is this his new number? KJ.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, hey. Did I catch you at a bad time?
You didn't. I was just kind of off. Right?
All right. Well, we'll do this quickly and then you get back in the shower or whatever. Okay.
I love it.
First of all, it's good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while.
And by the way, congrats on the Missy little thing. Baby.
Oh, Missy. Baby. I love Missy so much. And when it came out, the only bummer was I couldn't really celebrate. I wanted to do anything and eat chili at my house by myself. But it's fun. Really fun.
It's the one thing you miss, right? Going to the theater. That's the one thing where it's like sneaking in the night of the premiere, and if it's a good movie, and seeing it with the audience there. But that was awesome.
Yeah, that is great. But just hearing that it did well and hearing that it was going up and then it was number one in the world, and you're just everyone's coroned out, so you can't do anything. So I just have to tell people one at a time that it's a big deal. It's exhausting, but I did it. I did it the best I could.
Way to go, man. Way to go.
So you're in Florida probably, right?
Yes, I am.
And I read on Yahoo that it's a big house if it's on Yahoo.
Just moved down here. Me and Skylar are down here now. Family's not even here yet. Just sleeping on the floor, trying to set it up.
Well, good luck with it. I think I saw a picture and very personal things about it, and they said it was looking great. I, as you know, have taken over as Ray Romano's friend in Vegas.
Yes, you crushed me on that. And you know why you got that? I'll tell you why. You were always there, but working with Ray and doing that thing is because I don't like to fly. So I would drive 4 hours. I used to do Vegas all the time. But now that I'm across the country, I'm on the East Coast now.
It was, that's what I heard. They said you were going to come. So for people at home, Kevin and Ray would headline the Mirage in Vegas and do comedy shows. And then they said, you want to do it with Ray, and Kevin's not going to come out this far. That is a hike. It is a hike to go all the way even for Vegas, just period.
It is. But then I talked to Ray about it, waiting to hear, like, it's not as fun. Like, he loves working with you. And I was a little bummed out.
Yeah, we do have fun because it's not that hard. We both do it. Then we do a Q&A, and we basically
at the end,
jokes that you guys used to do. He goes, say this, Kevin used to. And I go, okay. He goes, it'll look really natural. I go, got it.
Yeah, you got it.
He even gave me a joke for the end. He goes, at the end, we go, let's both tell a joke. And the first night he goes, oh, wait, at the end we do that so quickly. Do you have any jokes? And I go, shoot, I can't think of any. He goes, just tell this one. And he tells me a joke. I go, all right. So I go out there and tell it, and it kills. And I see him like this.
Yeah, he had me do an impression of him. We used to do one of his jokes together. I would do an impression of him doing the joke as he did the joke, and we would do it step by step. And that was our big closer.
That was a big closer. I know. We have people. By the way, we go on after like Boys to Men. So I go, can we flip flop? Because they get the juicy crowd. And at midnight, I'm backstage like Q&A. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
They don't get this guy. They get me like, what? And Ray just makes fun of what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So this show, The Crew is a name, February 15th. This is walk me through it a little bit. It's NASCAR related. Are you a NASCAR driver? Are you an owner?
Crew chief, okay. Yes, I didn't know much about it. Like when it came to, like when I grew up, I was a big Richard Petty fan. I remember that. I don't know why. I think it was Wide World of Sports. I remember him. I dressed as him for Halloween once.
He had a cool look.
He did. He had that cowboy hat, the glasses, and the mustache. So, and I had a steering wheel, and I walked around. I remember.
Halloween, did you carry a steering wheel with your costume?
I was Richard Petty, man.
Funny.
Yes, number 43. I was it.
Yeah. Stud.
Didn't know much about NASCAR until when we did press for one of the movies. Sandler and I recently, like, I don't know, now it's 10 years ago, but we did a Gentleman Start Your Engines. There was a Grand Marshal, and I went to the race and the event there live. It's insane. I had no idea about it. And Todd Garner came to me and said, do you want to do a sitcom about NASCAR. And I said, I don't know how to do, I don't know what's funny about that. Like, what is it? And he says, no, it's a regular workplace comedy. It'll be just a workplace comedy, which I wanted to do because I hadn't done one of those before, and I love The Office and stuff. So I said, all right, let me look into it. And then he said, NASCAR's in if you want to do it. And the more I learned about NASCAR and found out about it, I thought it'd be a fun story.
Well, NASCAR being in on is a huge part of it. I think people that don't go to the events, you just see them on, Fox or something on the weekend.
Yes.
When you're there, it's crazy. And it's so loud and so much energy and people are so into it. And it's not like a tiny sport. It's huge. So
massive.
Again, that makes, I mean, we do press. One of the first things is like, go to NASCAR, get out there, get in front of them. They know I'm a little bit of a dirt ball. So I remember one time, one of the corners was chanting Joe Dirt.
Yes.
Because I just walking there showing me the field. I was like, oh, good. This is exactly my crowd. I had a Daytona. Like
hero. Yeah.
And they know I'm sort of in my DNA because I'm from Arizona. So I'm a little bit of a, white trashy guy. And the NASCAR races are fun. I got to do one. We did a Brickyard one. We did a Start Your Engine. I think you and Sandler were singing it. I think I saw a clip of that.
We did one, me and him singing together. We did one with Shaq. I did like, the thing is you have to top yourself, and they've seen you last time. So I don't know what else you do.
So much you can do with Start Your Engine. It's like
literally, and you can't, I can't scream anymore. The voice goes immediately. I'm literally sweating and farting the whole time. And I just can't, that's what it is.
They go, do you want to do a lap? It was a big trick. I go, a lap, in one of the fast cars? And they go, yeah, before everyone gets out, we do. And I go, okay. And everyone's like, I go, and then they go, just put on this flame retardant suit. I go, I don't think I'll need that. And they go, so I get in, climb through the window, and I go, I start to get anxiety. I go, I don't like it already, because they go click, 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 click.
Yes.
I know we're going to go 2 miles an hour, but if something's wrong, like, how do I get out of this? All of these buttons, I don't know the sequence. And he goes, it won't matter if we get in a crash. There's no way you'll get out. What are you talking? And then he goes on as a joke. He goes, 180, whatever. And then he hits the wall. As a joke, he scrapes it at Darlington. And I go, holy fuck. They of course have cameras on me fucking pissing my pants. And then when I get out, I go, what the fuck? And they're like, excellent. And they had a big rip down the side. They go, you got your Darlington stripe. I go, you motherfucker.
That's insane. That's worse than mine. What my guy did was the same thing. It was a pace car, and he goes, come on, would you go out for a ride? Nobody else on the track. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. And especially because they're just they love this. As soon as they get locked in. So he takes off, and he only did about, I think it was like 105 or 110, but he goes into that curved corner, and he goes, look at this right here. And he just goes like this. He takes his hands off his wheel just like this. So he's going into the turn like this, and it freaked me out. I realized, like, you touch that wheel, anything happens, I'm flipping, I'm rolling. It's I don't know. I didn't want to end that
went wrong. Oh no, it's not supposed to do that when you let go of the wheel. Like,
exactly. Something could happen, right? How does this guy know? He's not even a pro racer anymore. He was retired.
I think it was my guy. I had the same guy. They're fucking ruin your day. A little birdie told me you guys have a live audience, which is fucking awesome. If you could have an audience.
Well, we did until COVID, but yes, we did for 7 of the episodes, and it was amazing. I love it. It's like a hybrid show where we get to go out and shoot the single camera stuff, and then we do have that energy of a live audience, which was fun to do it with this cast of young kids. Man, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
They're really good. They're really good. It pisses me off how good they are. Really, it's like we got a couple from Broadway.
You're lucky. Get good people, because you never know, and sometimes you might catch a dud, but if you got, that's great, because we're both sitcom guys. I mean I love doing them, and I love doing them with the crowd. I was actually shocked. I walked over to How I Met Your Mother and that old show when we were doing our Rules of Engagement, and they did the whole thing without a crowd, and I didn't even know it watching it. I'm like, they just shoot and block and go and shoot and go, and they put laughs in where I guess they put them in just enough where it's not fake, but I never figured it out.
I always can tell because my energy with a crowd is, and then you see the things where I'm no crowd. I'm like, so anyway, what do we do?
I know, kind of like that.
Like, can you bring it up a little?
I was with Patrick Warburton, and he's very like low energy, and he's like, hey. And so I'm like medium low energy. So I was always the guy, they go, up it, because Patrick's like, I go, no, that's my guy. I'm low. And they go, no, you go. I'm like, I love I'm turning into John Bonet. And then the more the crowd laughs, sometimes it's like a corny joke, they laugh, and they go, that one. I go, well, let's don't only go by the, people from the correctional facility that we bust in.
Exactly.
This is our target audience. Let's go for the tire joke. But it's hard. You get a laugh and you go, is that the one we want?
That's the drug, man. That's the drug. But then you're like, no. But they're like, it killed.
I know. It's killed.
I don't want it out there.
Yeah, I don't want to kill all the. When I audition for SNL, Dennis Miller goes up. Right before I go to my audition, like Catch a Rising Star, I go, I got my material and stuff. And he goes, Lauren, everybody's out there. He goes, I go, hope I do good. He goes, you don't want to kill two hearts, but like, that's a red flag. I go, what's that? And then they're like, and you're on. I go, so wait, I don't do good. What's going on? And then what he meant was like, they don't want a smooth road hack comic that's just doing the most corny.
Right. Okay. So it's not about destroying and just volume ripping the room up. Yeah.
Right. He said they're going to, basically what he was saying is they're looking at your writing. If they think the writing's good, it doesn't even get a laugh. They go, we like that writing anyway. Fan questions. Can you fix a flat?
A flat? The flat? I mean, take a tire off and replace it with a spare, a donut. That I can do.
I think I can too. I think I'm lying, but I think I can.
Yeah, I think you're lying too.
I think you're lying too. I know. Like,
yeah.
I think, and then you got
to. The idea of it. You're in the ballpark, but I don't think you know where to put the jack. I don't think you know what you're doing.
I don't know that it's under the carpet in the trunk. I'd stop there.
Yeah, you have to find it.
Hey, the latch, and then you gotta start it.
Yeah.
And then you do something, and then you start it again.
Well, yeah, and it's a weird. It's one of these.
You don't know which way you're going. If it involves strength, forget it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, me, no. What's the coolest car you have? Do you own cars? Do you like cars?
I'm not like Leno. No, I'm not. I'm just a regular. No, I don't. I mean, I own cars, but I'm just ones that take me from A to B.
I have a 69 Mach 1 Mustang.
Oh yeah, you've been.
I'm sort of into cars. I'm a bit of a phony, but I do like cars.
Yes.
I think I'm a phony because I like them. I think they're cool. I have a Trackhawk, which is sort of a normal Jeep, but it's faster. And then I have but it's nice. It's not like super muscle car. Some of these cars are cool, but if I can't fix them, I think that separates me as a phony.
Yes.
I'm a car guy. If I can't get in there, go,
hey. What was your first car?
First car. I'm so old. A 62 Volvo. Now I wasn't in 62. Later, but it was an old car then. What a pile. What was yours?
My mom's Ford Pinto wagon. You heard me. The panel siding and lightning brown.
Lightning and brown. Lightning brown? Is that
I threw lightning in there. It's brown.
The panty dropper. That's a pimp sled. Every car I had was crummy until I think during SNL I sprung for I wanted to get a Supra, a Silica when I got my first check. And I said, nope, I'm going to be normal and get a reliable Accord. Bought it, drove it to the Improv, stolen 1 hour later, did not have insurance, lost $6,000, started from scratch again. And that's all I cleared on the whole movie. And I had to start over. Anyway, I think this is about you, not me. Do you look for dramas or do you only look for comedies if you were going to do another movie?
Story. I look for story. Look for, I don't know. First I ask Sandler what he has, and then I go from there. If he's got nothing, then I go out. And we go from there.
I just go Sandler. I go dig through the garbage and go, you didn't like this one?
Yeah. What about this? I'll do this.
I do this one. I go, what? It says you're 50? I'll do it.
It's leftovers. Yeah. I'll take them.
They're written when everyone's like, enter Kevin or Steve, 35 years old. And I go, 35? We can play with it. I go, I'm 35. I wear a crew neck. Yeah. Okay. Here's another one. Have you ever hosted SNL and would you want to?
I don't think I didn't. I've never hosted SNL. I didn't get SNL. I remember I tried for it when I was doing the Montreal Comedy Festival. I had a little pop back then, when I did the festival. I remember people talking. There was buzz, and then
buzz.
I got buzz.
All right.
They asked me to fly down. They wanted to see that week for me to try for Saturday Night Live, which would be a dream for me. I'd love to, but I didn't have characters. And they said, it's okay. You just do your stand-up. It's going to go great. Marcy Klein, I guess, at the time. Yeah. So I flew down in the middle of Montreal. They put me with a mic stand, I think in the middle of a dark room.
Oh, you weren't at the club?
No.
Oh.
I was there and I auditioned there. Nobody was there. Like I didn't hear any laugh. Like I'm telling you, I'm okay with silence on a joke or this or that or something. Zero, nothing, not a peep. I started sweating. It was miserable.
Yeah, I think characters might be easier to do without a crowd because you're sort of lost in like this fictitious world. You're doing stuff, but
I can't even imagine that though.
I got a club.
You had a club doing it?
I got to go in as Catch Rising Star.
Oh, okay. Catch is great. I would have loved that. And you just did your stand-up act, or you were doing characters in your act?
I didn't even do characters. I did Michael J. Fox as an impression, but I said the same thing. I go, I don't really want to write for them. I don't know how to write sketches, but I want to be on just because I'm horny to be famous. But I said, it never crossed my mind. I don't do what they do. And then they go, just come in and then they hired me as a writer. I'm like, I don't want to write. I'm not even a good writer for them. They go, write for Dana, write for Mike Myers. I don't know. All right.
Anyway, I ate it so bad. It was.
I ate it so bad. We used to talk about your McDonald's order. The funniest part about it was, I don't want to give it all away, but you would park the car and say, either you forgot something or you have to go to the bathroom, and you'd run in and just do shots of cheeseburgers after you ate.
It's a ridiculous order, and it's not good. But yes, and it wasn't even this was my all-time. I could have eaten more. I felt sick, but I could have eaten more. It was sad. It was.
You eat, and I think you say you give the fries to them so you could get the scrapper ones in the bag, the renegade
all the ones on the bottom. I would do it all. I mean, honestly, the dry burnt one that even the one between the seats, I go for that guy. It's complete.
You had that, and there was something else you said about when people give you their phone number, they have to give it in a rhythm or it doesn't make sense.
Oh, that was an old bit. My gosh, yeah. That was when you had to remember numbers. Remember, it was like 310. It was like bum 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 bum, and then people would always screw up the rhythm for me when I would. All right, give me a number, and they'd be like, "All right, it's 3175, 16, 24, 9." Yeah.
Those are kind of jokes that almost have to go just because they invented the fucking cell phone, and you go, I don't even know anybody's number.
That's it. They're gone.
I don't like when my fucking jokes get fucking shooed away.
I know. Well, you're current. You're great at it. You're good at doing that. Not me. If I come up with a bit, that's why I don't want to do a bit about. It takes me a long time to develop it, and it's not natural to me. So it's like I got to find the funny in it and develop it, and if it goes away, I'm like, no.
Yeah, everyone's doing a fucking special a year. I'm like, what?
Yes.
It took me 10 years between my first one, and then my other one was like 5 years ago. Now I'm finally going. I think I have another one. It took me this long to weed out stuff and then weed in new stuff.
Yes.
And be proud of it. I just don't want to put some fucking shit out there.
I did 2001. I did my first one. And then a couple of years ago, I did one. And I have one more ready to go. And then COVID.
Okay, here's a couple of things. Are Chuck and Larry still together?
Chuck and Larry will always be together. Yeah, Chuck and Larry's good.
I was in that movie. I was the fire person.
Yes, I remember.
I'm on fire. Put me out.
Yes.
I got a lot of recognition off that. I was good. I'm glad you guys put me in that.
It wasn't you guys, me. It wasn't like, yeah, let's get Spade for this one. I want Spade and all of them. It's up to the man.
I like when Sandler goes, what do you think of this person? Yeah, I go, I don't know. Well, they're in. They're hired. They're on the set. I go, oh.
Yeah, no. Let me finish.
It would be great if they're outside that door. They are? Oh,
yeah, good.
Okay, a little bit about Grown Ups. The rope swing I think it was in the trailer. One of my favorite things from Grown Ups. Wasn't that you in the rope swing and then you swing back and have a major fall?
Yes. That
one
it wasn't me hitting the tree though. I swung out and I was so scared of heights. I had to do the whole thing and I swung back and it was a crazy, but we had a crazy stunt guy.
I remember that day and going, if this looks anything like it does on playback, it is so hilarious. That fall was so rough.
It was ridiculous. He had to crack every rib. It was insane.
It was like he can't even fake it. He had to just fall all the way down.
And Dugan was like, let's do it again. Try it again. I'm like, I think we got it, man.
I like when the stuntman's like, yeah, whatever you need.
Yeah, I got one more.
I think they get paid per stunt, so they always say yes to go again. I don't know how it works, but it's a rough job.
Painful.
When I see in Halloween, they were sending me pictures on Instagram that people, like a bunch of kids would go as grown-ups, which I love. And always is the KFC bucket is really the giveaway. That's the best one.
That was a Sandler, man. That was the best. Yeah, it was great. He threw that at me. I loved it. I
I was
cracked.
moving. I go, I don't know if I remember that in the script. I think one of these guys just did it. Hilarious.
No, that was Sandman saying, "Throw the bucket on your head."
I think one of the all-time on-set bits. I think people know these movies are written. They're very funny. We all like it. We go do it. But we know if there's something, you might say, Spade, why don't you say this? Or Rock might say, hey, Adam, we try to help each other out and just to make the whole movie funny. And one of the best ones, maybe it was Steve Corn came up with, was the switch where we all sit and we watch Bob's Daughter and then we go switch, look over here.
Yes.
I thought that was so clever. And
that was genius.
I loved it.
Was that Corn? That was him.
It was. I think he ran that in and we were like, yeah, let's try it. You two, then you two, then
that was a brilliant.
Right. I think we got it right. And one time we're like, are we all looking the wrong way?
Yep.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah. Aren't you supposed to write Grown Ups 3? Who's supposed to write it? Was it you?
Not me. I want to get it going though. Can you?
I know you get asked about
it. Have you pushed Sandman about it?
You know what? I get asked about it a lot. All the grown-ups I do have really good memories of. I think they were really fun family movies, and Adam does a great job. He's got the right touch for those to make them good. And all of us, I had a blast doing them, and people ask. I feel like we will all wind up just doing another type of movie together. It might be grown-ups, might not be, but I think to get the squad together would be a blast.
I know. There's no more fun I have than working with you guys. Honestly, it's just, and it's, for 2 months, it's just joy. It really is fun.
Everyone goes, you must be screwing off. Obviously, they're like, did you guys write any of that? I go, it's a written movie. Yeah. But they think we're all describing.
They get upset that we're having a good time while we're making it. Yeah.
They don't know that there's days when it's like boiling.
It's a grind.
And God, Sandler's trying to wrangle us in, and it's so funny. Like we're over there talking to Selma and Rock, and we're all just blind. Rock's like, LeBron is the best, and Adam's like, guys, goddamn, let's go. We gotta shoot something.
People don't understand that he's running that ship. It's brutal. It's like it's bringing a bunch of kids and puppies to camp, and they're just running around doing things.
We're all doing our own shit. We're all like, everyone has like 2 lines a day. So we're like,
yeah.
And I got mine, whatever. And then you get to yours, and you're like, wait, what is it? And you're like, you're kidding.
You can't remember the one line.
I know.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I'll wrap it up with you, buddy. It's really great talking to you. The crew sounds great. I love sitcoms. I'm glad Netflix is doing them. And it's on February 15th.
Thanks, buddy. And I'm glad you're crushing it. You're doing a great job.
I love it, man. I'll see you soon. Take care in Florida.
Bye-bye.